Hello, Internet. My name is Joseph. I am joined by,
Gregor.
and we are bringing you commentary from the Ottawa Gatineau Netrunner meta. This game in particular is from the FDB Store Championships. And this is from the top four. We have Gregor on the left,
That's me.
playing the consummate professional Gabe Santiago.
It's not Andromeda.
It's not Andromeda, and that just makes everyone happy. On the right, we have Alex playing NEH. Everyone at this tournament almost played NEH. Turns out, it's pretty good. It's that 17 influence and
Who
that
knew?
extra draw almost every turn. It looks like Alex is not going to mulligan.
He's got some agendas. He's got a Sansan.
Yeah, it looks like just one agenda. It looks like he's a Beal in hand, he's a Sansan in hand, he's a marked accounts. Oh, and he's going to mulligan.
No ice. I think that was probably a smart move.
It's true. He had no way to protect HQ against Gabe, so it's a good idea to look for at least some ice. But I'm always worried, frankly, when I'm NEH.
And he shows me an Architect. So I'm going to have to look for my Mimic. He shows me a Toll Booth. Just sloppy shuffling all over the place.
I'm sure you had no idea there would be an Architect in that deck. That's out of left field in NEH.
I think we'd already played a couple times. So I don't think there's much mystery left in our decks at this point.
It looks like you have an HQ interface in hand.
I have an HQ interface, a Fairy.
Sure gamble. So you have an okay opening hand, actually.
Well, I think I kept it, so
Yeah.
I could do worse. And this was towards the end of the night, so we have been playing for, I think, almost
9 or 10 hours. at
9
this
or 10
point.
hours at this point. It was a very long
Yeah,
night.
the whole tournament went on for about 11 hours. Because that was 17-person tournament, so that was 6 rounds of Swiss, and then it cut to a top 8. Sadly, I made the top 8, I did not make the top 4. I am still ashamed.
You made
But-
up for it next time.
I made up for it in the next tournament, that's true. And you did the opposite.
I did the opposite.
It's
I
true.
bombed in the second one.
These things, ebbs and flows. You can't win them all.
Can't you? I
Well,
feel like some.
no, I think it is absolutely impossible. Physical law. I'm putting that out there right now. So,
Alex has got some ice to work with,
yeah, looks like an Architect,
and I think he had an Eli.
and still has a Sansan in hand, so that's nice. He will,
Probably install one of those.
Yeah,
the
there we go.
Architect on HQ.
which is nice, and then something on R&D, and a hedge fund. So that is a wonderful classic opening. Doesn't get to use his ID ability, which I'm always a little bit sad about, as NEH.
And I'm going to take my money. Sure, gamble.
Yeah. So that's click 1. You've had so much time to consider your options by now, Gregor. I don't know what the holdup can be here.
And I'm installing that Fairy probably because I saw the Architect, and I know that he loves the turn 1 install Architect. And there it is.
And there it is.
So I feel like I'm not going to let him have it.
Yeah, so you'll pay 1, trash it, you will get your $2 for being Gabe.
Not a bad trade for me.
Nope.
And Daily Business Show,
You have to trash it.
which I will
Yeah.
kill.
Wonderful. So that was
That was
1, 2, 3.
And I'll draw for my last, which he is laughing about because he tells me not to do that.
It's true. You know, I know you shouldn't draw last click, because maybe it's something you would have wanted to use during your turn. But on the other hand, you don't want to run last click, maybe you'll hit a snare.
Sometimes you have nothing better to do.
Yeah, so it feels like the acceptable window of clicks in which you're allowed to draw is just ever shrinking, you know?
Somebody's going to make fun of you no matter what you do.
Exactly.
So he installs a pop-up over R&D.
And he has a new remote.
Didn't see what that was.
No,
But
he's
he's
still
still got
got
the
a
Sansan
Sansan.
in hand. And something else.
So he's still got the Sansan. Looks like he didn't install that.
I'm going to draw for my first.
Some
And
thoughtful deliberations. Draw for your second. And you will daily casts?
I
Is that
think
a
so.
bit of
We got a-
player.
Right. Oh, it's a
Katie Jones and money on Katie Jones.
Still good.
Still good.
So he
Good card,
reses
that
a
Katie Jones.
pad.
Classic NEH card. He gets his mandatory draw. He installs perhaps the Sansan, giving him a card from his ID ability.
I think that was an NAPD he just pulled.
Yeah, looks like it.
And
And what do you do? He's
considering it?
He's sitting on 3 credits. I guess if I were him, I'd probably just take some money. But we'll see what...
He will
Yeah,
take
and that's what he's going to... Oh, no,
marked.
money unmarked counts. Just as good, if not better.
So I think that I'm rather locked out of HQ right now because I don't want him getting those free installs.
No.
So I'm probably just going to sit back for a little bit and load Katie up with money.
You
Which-
could run R&D.
But I'm pretty sure he can keep me out because I know he's got Eli's and Enigmas, and
But you could make him broke at least.
this is true.
Benny's getting 2 money next turn.
And he installs.
That was his last click, actually. So your first click.
So I'm going to saw my
You're-
playmat.
Yeah. You will thoughtfully consider running R&D.
I guess I decided to
Well,
install
that's
first.
yeah.
Probably a smart move.
Pop up, you will lose a credit, you will gain a credit. Now we can afford to raise another architect if he's got one.
And it's an Eli.
So you can click through it if you want.
I think I have to at this point. Oh, I don't do it.
Security
Security
testing.
testing.
Okay, was that it? Click 1 was passport, click 2 was run 3 and 4 Eli. Yep. Oh no, you not even. So did you have a click remaining? Oh, it's security testing.
I ran security testing.
That's 3 clicks. Did you put
I
one
may
in
have
security?
drawn or something.
Yeah, maybe.
So he
He will
clearly
install.
has decided not to ice anything. He's going to install again,
That's my favorite way to play NEH, actually.
of course. But he's not running turtlebacks in this deck.
That's true. As far as we know, Jackson, he will draw twice with Jackson for a second click. He seems to have an NAPD,
Which did he just put it down?
maybe.
And I'm going to security testing
Marked counts.
whichever. It really doesn't matter at this point.
So click 1, dirty laundry the marked accounts. It's pretty nice, so you'll net 5 credits. Click 2, maybe run the Jackson. Oh, money and Katie.
And run the new remote. It is.
Oh, marked accounts. Marked accounts is really why every deck needs an imp.
Yeah. Sadly, I don't think I could find the influence, but
No, it's tough in Gabe. Maybe in Kenna actually. You could justify it, but tough decisions.
he's got the thinking face on.
Yeah.
And he's just going to load up with money. I think he's probably waiting for anything he can comfortably score that's not an NAPD.
Yeah. I've just decided that there's a lot of decks now that are playing Logos, like Leela, Logos. A good one of in that kind of deck, Scrubber, actually.
Scrubber is my favorite one of.
If you can find it, then
If I've got one influence left over, that's my go-to card.
I think mine might be Stim Hack.
Yep. Stimhack's pretty good.
So
All
taking your Katie money.
HQ.
HQ interface.
Am I just going to let him have the architect? I think that maybe I am.
That's pretty ballsy. I don't know if
Oh,
another one. Okay, maybe now.
so I'm looking
You're
at...
going all in on HQ.
Oh, and I'm inside jobbing it to get
I like
3
it.
cards.
I like it.
And I get 2, so I can steal an NAPD.
That's true.
Maybe
So
not.
what do you got? A Biotic, NAPD, which you reluctantly will pay for, and
Jackson. Could have gone better.
could have gone better, could have gone worse. You could have missed the NAPD. Unfortunately, he has certainly enough money to use his Biotic, so if he top decks any 2-pointer, you're in some trouble.
I think he just put down a daily business show.
Yeah.
And he's got another Sand in hand, which he will
probably install soon. You don't have the money to trash one.
He's going to draw with Jackson. He's got a breaking news and a marked.
That seems dangerous because you can walk through better. Oh, I guess you can't really walk through Architects. You can just install from hand.
Yeah. But if I do it first turn...
That's true.
And he's going to install a pad.
I like that choice of the HQ interfaces. A card you don't actually see that often.
I love them.
I feel like it's overlooked in favor of legwork.
The thing with this deck, though, is that you can still use them off of your sneak doors.
Yeah. Yeah, that's certainly in its favor. And it's just constant pressure, you know? The legwork, you'll do it once and you'll say, okay, now I don't have to, doesn't have to worry for a little while. But HQ interface or R&D interface...
I'm all about the interfaces.
Yeah. No, they're good. 4 is a lot to pay for, though.
It is, but if you can steal an agenda, I feel like that's okay.
That's true.
It's how you win the game.
Really?
So
I'm not good at this game, so I didn't know that.
I saw the pad campaign. He's gonna res it in the business show, and he's gonna get a whole pile of money back.
Yeah. You know how this works.
Yep. This is similar to the deck I'm playing, although he seems to always get those business shows out. So he's gonna score.
Oh, is he now reconsidering? Put back in his hand. There we go.
Nah, he's gonna do it. All right, so he's being methodical about it.
Yeah. So pays a 6 for the Sand, pays a 2 for the Astro, and he's down to 1 credit.
So this is a problem for me because I need to get rid of that Sand, but I don't have a lot of money, and he's got the Astro token anyway, so I'm not in a good spot.
And he has 2 pad campaigns and 2 marked accounts out. So he's getting 4 credits next turn. So he's down to 1 now, but he's not actually poor. He's just momentarily poor.
Yeah, and he's at that point where I can't trash it all, so I don't even want to bother trying trashing any of it.
No. So, did you security testing something maybe? Oh, and you've got...
I think I'm just leaving the security testing on that marked. And I'm just going to sneak door to get my Gabe money, and 3 cards every time is not bad, but
no.
There's breaking news. And
there's 1 and 2.
I maybe should have trashed that Jackson.
Maybe,
but I think I'm keeping my money so I can trash the
NAPD when you find them? Or the Sand, maybe. So he pulls another Architect, it looks like. Takes his 4 whole credits.
Yep.
He will probably install one of those pieces of ice over Archives to discourage his sneak door runs.
It's going to be Architect? Nope. Last minute change.
So first he'll install to get more options. Didn't see what he installed.
And he puts the Architect down anyway.
Yeah, it's probably the right call, and he'll take credit.
And I think I'm probably just going to run it anyway.
Who cares about those pre-Architect installs?
To be fair, I don't know what it is.
It's true.
So I'm going to draw for 1. And I don't even have a Desperado out, so...
Oh, there it is.
Well, there it is. That would have helped earlier.
Siphon.
And that seems like an odd choice.
Well, it's not bad. He has enough money to siphon. You will see a whole bunch of cards. He does get to install 1, but if he installs an agenda out of his hand, you have clicks left.
I have 1 click left.
Yeah. So this is okay, actually.
And it looks like there's a
2
pile of
agendas
agendas
there. But they're the bottom 2 cards of the 5.
Is he going to try and sneak one out?
That'd be pretty brave of him, considering you have a click left.
Yeah, it would.
I feel like he doesn't.
He could install an NAPD. Oh no, because I'm
You're siphon, yeah.
Yeah.
So what is that? I have no idea. Oh, another piece of ice. That's a good call.
he doesn't really want to put down another remote because he sees those agendas coming.
And was that a Jackson he put out?
And so he just put down a remote. So never mind.
Okay. So now you don't access. Alex is deliberating something here. Oh, he's deciding to res the Sansan. So in fact, you will access.
Yep. I think I'm probably going to access.
So you will take 3 credits, because you have Desperado now, and 3 cards.
Still seems okay, but at this point, it's pretty obvious that he doesn't have anything in hand.
Yeah.
So really, I've just got to get rid of those, but it's a lot of money.
You've got 5.
And I take 3 for the security testing.
Could have been worth it, actually, at that point, to trash one of the pad campaigns. Because you just got him down to 0 credits. But now he's getting between 2 and 4 credits a turn from his drip.
But he does have empty marked accounts right now.
Yeah.
So he is going to score. I think he meant to put that on the
Sansan. No, I think it was definitely the marked accounts was somehow the thing that helped him to score that beal. And you will discard.
So pressure's kind of on here for me
It's
to
true.
do something.
4-3, and he's got the Astro token. So Alex is certainly in a good position here.
I mean, I don't know if I can get all of that fast advance off the table. I think what I need to do, my only real option here is to get an R&D lock, but that's going to be very difficult.
You don't have the money. You need to be able to find and install an R&D interface.
Probably a corroder too. I can't keep clicking through that.
No.
I just don't have the money for it.
Tough choices here.
And I think I just run the security testing.
Could have been worth sneak dooring, actually. Because he only has 1 credit. You would get your Gabe money.
And that is
that's
what
you're doing. And it looks like he has an NEPD in hand.
So I get another $3.
You will access 3 cards. Jackson, do you trash or do you leave?
Oh, you gotta trash it. I do. Thank God.
Second, an Eli. Third, a Biotic. So that's some bad luck if he does have an NAPD. I thought I saw an NAPD in hand.
He's just got so many ways right now to fast advance.
2, in fact. Well, I guess a Biotic in hand.
He's got the Biotic, he's got the Sansan.
He doesn't have the Biotic credits,
token.
though.
This is true. But he does have a lot of money on the table if he would reload those marked accounts.
It's true. So he chooses his card after Daily Business Show. Does he have an NAPD? I can't tell. Could be I mistook the Biotic for an NAPD. So he loads the marked accounts. Will he load the other marked accounts?
I think he will.
Yeah. And 1 click remaining. Pop up.
He is thinking very deeply.
It's what Alex does. It might be. That's why he's good at this game.
It might be.
I just do things.
I just do things too.
Well, it's going okay for you so far in the tournament.
So there's an
your
R&D
R&D
interface.
That's good.
Probably gonna just go for it. So
It's not awful, really. You pay a money and 2 clicks. See 2 cards.
Yep. And whiff. That hurts.
Yeah,
I
that
really
does hurt.
needed that. And now he's got 3 cards every time, so my R&D lock is not
a lock at all, in fact. But it also means by him doing that, but he's making sure you can look at fresh cards every time.
Yep. And I'm gesturing angrily at the cards.
Now DBS is... You really can't leave DBS on the table.
I feel like I can't leave any of that stuff on the table, but I am continuing to do so.
But I feel like, in particular, because, what you really don't want them to do is find an Astro, and what DBS says is, hey, let me help you find that Astro,
Yep. And he wants to keep me out of R&D, understandably.
Yeah.
And...
Will he maybe also install another piece of ice over archives? I might consider that with the sneak door on the table.
He's just playing the waiting game right now. That is usually what it comes down to with NEH.
Yeah.
So he's going to install more ice. So he can't res that architect on archives.
No. Of course, you don't know it's an architect. Oh, so he can. Where'd that money come from?
I don't know. I just don't know.
So he will res Eli. Okay, so now that is a server you cannot get into.
Ever. For any reason.
Until you get a corroder, or some other kind of barrier breaker. So you will bounce, understandably. Right move.
Yep. I think I'm digging for that corroder now. But I don't
I hope you sneak door.
I don't think I do. I just take the emergency or security testing money.
I don't think you had an agenda in hand anyway.
No. But for the $2, it's almost worth it. Well, $3.
Yeah, $3 a Desperado. $3 and look at 3 cards.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. In fact, objectively better than security testing.
You might say so, yeah.
So Alex is weighing his options here. So he still has that biotic in hand.
I think he might have 2 now. He just doesn't have the agendas he needs.
Yeah.
Oh, he does.
There it is.
I don't know why that was such a
Yeah.
thought process. So now he's got 2 Astros with tokens. That's basically the game, unless I can pull off something.
So basically, Gregor has to win right now, or else the game is pretty much over. And I don't know how...
I mean, maybe go trash both those daily business shows. But I'm going to try and do a glory run.
See, maybe he was considering, because now he's down to 3 credits. So now he can't afford to res his architect.
Yeah, but I'm pretty confident at this point, I think, that he doesn't have anything else in hand. So I'm just going to try and hit R&D and hope that I win it off the top. And I whiff again, which really hurts. I think the better move there may have been to trash those daily business shows.
Maybe. So will you sneak door?
I
Looks like
think that I will.
Take some money, access 3. Jackson, probably not even worth trashing at this point.
No, 2 biotics in hand. That's brutal.
Yeah.
He's got 2 of everything for the...
Yeah. 2... Oh, I guess he resed a second Sansan when you were going to siphon him. That's why his 2 Sansans out.
Oh, did he not pull an agenda? He doesn't have it.
So you have a little bit more time.
Oh, he's got one on the table.
On the table.
Brutal, brutal. He had it sitting there the whole game.
Where have we seen this?
It happened a couple times during this tournament, I feel like.
Yeah. However, you can feel better about yourself, because while we were unable to film the entirety of the follow-up game to this, this was the first game between Gregor and Alex. Alex fought his way through the loser's bracket. Gregor, I believe, was sitting on top.
I did.
So in fact, Gregor only had to win one of either this game or the next one. He lost this game, but he won the next one. Unfortunately, the video cut out, I believe, minutes before the end, so we can't show it, which is too bad because it was actually a good game.
The incredible end in which we both made horrible, horrible mistakes that should have cost us the game.
But in fact, only cost Alex the game.
Well, it would have worked out the same way had we not both made mistakes. But it was a very infuriating game for both of us.
But you can feel glad that you won the tournament and Alex came in second. And
That's what happened.
that's what happened. Thank you for joining us to watch these games. One day I will get better at signing out from commentary on Netrunner games. Today is not that day.